in the comfort of a 3-episode video once again. It has been so long since I've recorded 3 episodes of One Piece. It feels strange, but it's like, for me, this is gonna be nice. I'm gonna be able to just relax a little bit more, doing a tiny bit less content. Welcome back to One Piece. This is episode 755, 756, and 757. So yeah, we're in the Zou arc. Last video, we started the Zou arc completely, and so far, so good. I'm really liking it so far. I do have a correction to make based on the last episode. It's too late. People probably on the last video might already be commenting it, unless I put a note in when I'm editing it. Maybe I'll try to put a note when I'm editing it. I can't remember. I might not remember to do that. But in a big part of the last video, towards the end, I was speculating a lot about Absalom, and saying basically with certainty that Absalom was part of the Mink tribe, and then was reminded kindly by my patrons that Absalom is not part of the Mink tribe. Absalom is like a zombie stitched together with animal parts and stuff. So yeah, I think I talked at quite a bit of length in the last episode about that, because I was very, very confident in that. I was like so confidently incorrect, but yeah, no, I was wrong. I was just straight up wrong. I mean, I don't think you can blame me. I don't feel super embarrassed about it, because I mean, frankly, that person that we saw looked a lot like Absalom. Just because, I mean, obviously it's because it just had an animal face, but it just like, it reminded me a lot of Absalom, that I was like, oh, well, of course Absalom is part of the Mink tribe. But that was not the case. I completely forgot that the whole point of that arc was that there were a bunch of people stitched together like zombies, and that was one of the big gimmicks. But yeah, I mean, I removed so much Absalom lore from my head because, I mean, we all know why. I think also a part of it is, I've been playing a lot of Metaphor ReFantazio on my Gent Watches More channel, and you can go check out my playthrough of that. Been absolutely loving that game. I wonder if by the time you're watching this on YouTube, I'd be done Metaphor. It's very possible, because I'm getting through that relatively quickly. But anyway, in that game, there are like different tribes, right? There are like 9 tribes, and you can basically always tell what tribe someone's a part of, because they'll have like a distinguishing feature. So it's like, oh, this person has a third eye, they're a Mistari. Oh, they look like a weird animal, they're a Ujif. Oh, they have horns, they're a Clamar. And so like you can tell by looking at them, but in One Piece you can't do that as well. So I was like in the metaphor mindset of like, oh, I picked up this pattern, that means they are this. But in One Piece it's like, oh, they are like, they look like an animal, oh, they are a Mink tribe. Oh wait, maybe they're not. They might also be a zombie that's stitched together, or actually they might just be like a kind of strange looking person. Oh, this person is absolutely huge, they must be a giant. Oh wait, but maybe they're not. They might actually just be a regular person, but they're really big for some reason, like fucking Gecko Moria or like a bunch of other characters in One Piece. So you know, One Piece, it has a very different way of doing things, which isn't bad. It just makes it like tougher for me to be able to like speculate on what people are, because there's so many different options of what they could be. So yeah, anyway, that's a long start correction to the video. I don't normally do like a big discussion at the start of a video. I normally jump into the episodes and then discuss later, but I felt like I wanted to get that out of the way first, especially since sometimes when you're watching YouTube videos and someone gets something wrong, and then they do like 30 minutes of discussion based on something that they misunderstood. I know that can be frustrating to watch, and I sincerely apologize, even though it's not really my fault, and it's not like I did anything wrong, but I apologize for you if you're one of those people that gets frustrated by that, because I don't want to be the reason you get frustrated. I want you to have a good time watching these videos. So let's have a good time watching these episodes. I'm really looking forward to jumping into more Zou. This is episode 755 of One Piece. Woo! Okay, recap. Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. However, last time that I did this, I almost finished a cube before this part of the recap was done, and that's not fair. So I'm gonna wait until this part is done, and then I get to start the cube. Okay, cube begin. Here I go. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called Jent's a dumb idiot. Absalom's not part of the Mink tribe. Wow, how appropriate, Oda. Oh my gosh, Luffy's so lucky. He gets to sit between those two animal girls. Oh my god. Is that just the trunk? Right. Oh, because elephants like clean themselves like that, don't they? They like spray water onto their back or whatever. I don't know shit about animals, but I think that happens. Oh my god. Jesus, man. And this is like a common thing that happens? Oh my god! Oh! I mean, Carrot's calm about it. I guess that's why it's good to have like a gator that you ride. Oh shit, he lost Luffy and he's a devil fruit eater. Shit! He probably couldn't hold on anymore. He lost all his strength. Look at her! No! Oh my god! We have to also deal with a shark? He's already drowning. There's enough stakes. Oh my god! Oh man! Some pretty legit animation there. This episode feels differently directed. Carrot's very cute. I like her. They're doing it on a cat. Can't you draw like a stronger animal? Stop giving them skinny arms. Oh, the water's gonna wash them down! And they're both devil fruit eaters. This is bad. Oh shit, it's bad against all three of them. I forgot they had the monkey with them. You almost died, stop smiling. Twice a day? That's such a huge disaster for twice a day. You built a city on there? Oh, this is a bad place to be. They designed the city around it, which is nice. Oh! Okay, you know what? That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. Okay, I see why you built a city here. Master Cat Viper. I mean, Robin, even I figured that one out. But I guess she couldn't see the trunk. Well, if you're ready for it. Oh shit, meet up! He's being eaten. I've been eaten a little. What was she actually doing? Why is she doing that? That's really cute, but why is she doing it? Is it just affectionate? Do rabbits bite on stuff a lot? I guess maybe they do. Might be a rabbit thing. I imagine Luffy's also satisfying to bite because he's squishy. Oh. Oh god. Okay, here's the incredibly dark part of this arc. Okay. Oh. This might change in the future, and it's okay if it changes. But I like for now how kind of non-gimmicky these two characters are. Like, they look like animals and they act like animals, like they have animal abilities. But otherwise they're very normal. He's obituary. Whoa. Okay. Wow, there's some crazy lore happening so far. So, okay, so Wani means alligator. So it's kind of a pun. You gave Zoro directions. Oh shit. Hell yeah. I like pointing with Zoro's arm, like that's gonna be more intimidating if he's the one pointing. Okay. Okay. Don't mind that guy. Not a fan of the zebra weird looking guy. No. What is he? Goat? It's very cool how famous we are. Oh. Little sheep. Big sheep. Big sheep. Is that Nami? Nami! Whoa, look at her fucking hair. Oh, we're all gonna get back together. Nami's like, shut up, I knew they would. Damn, look at that dress. They're so excited. Oh my gosh. Look at all the fruit. Big pineapples and big grapes. This music's great. It's like a weird PS2 game soundtrack. Hmm? Oh. That's kind of interesting. Hell yeah, girl. Oh, does mink means hair? I'm learning so much Japanese. Yay! It's like a little family already. Someone better hug someone. I kind of don't care which matchup hug each other. I just want to hug. Why are they building up so much? What's gonna happen? There's a hug. That's cute. Oh, and there's kind of a hug too. But what happened? What happened to Sanji and... I really want to enjoy this hug. What the fuck? Does she think they're dead? Oh my god. What? No! What? Sanji is what? Is this a gag? What could it be? Is he dead? Well, I know he's not dead. Do they think he's dead? Oh my gosh. It's honestly so frustrating to me that we got a scene of Nami hugging Luffy and I can't enjoy it right now because I'm scared. I'm scared about what's happened to the other Straw Hats and what's going on right now. But like, it's so cute, you know? Like, look at this. Look at that. That's so adorable. I'll put it on the screen properly. It's so adorable. If it wasn't so sad, it would be so cute. Just like, not in a ship way, not in a like, oh, these two are destined to be together. I just like hugs. I just really like hugs. Especially with characters I care about. And I feel like Luffy's an affectionate person, but I also don't think he's one to like just freely offer hugs. I mean, if someone said, hey, hug me, he'd probably do it. But he doesn't like really tend to initiate hugs unless he's like feeling overly emotional about something, I feel like. Whereas I feel like live action Luffy is like the way Inaki plays Luffy in the live action. He's a very huggy person, and that's what I really loved as well. I loved seeing him. He tended to hug people and touch them a lot, and he was a very physically affectionate person, and I love that. As like a person who I love physical affection, I loved seeing Luffy portrayed like that. But yeah, and so like a simple thing like this, seeing Nami and Luffy hug, have we seen that before? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Because I know we saw Nami and Usopp hug in the time skip, after the time skip, because they did the hug, but then Usopp was pressed into her boobs. Like, that was the sort of half gag that they were doing there, but it was also like a sweet moment. But yeah, I can't remember if Luffy and Nami have ever hugged before. I'm sure people are going to be like, obviously it was back in this really important moment, blah, blah, blah. But for now, I can't remember it. Anyway, I know that's the least important thing to be discussing right now, but hey, you're on my fucking channel. We talk about what I want to talk about. And if I want to talk about Nami hugging someone for 40 minutes, you are going to sit there and watch it. You're not going to touch that skip button. You're going to sit there and listen to every fucking word, and you're going to love it. And then you're going to like the video and say, thank you. Can I please have another discussion about Nami hugging people? And I'll do it for another 40 minutes. Anyway, so I'm wondering what's happening there. I wonder, like, it could be a gag. Like, it could be like Sanji, because it's Sanji. So it's like, I don't know what to expect with a Sanji related storyline right now. Although I will say, I mean, Sanji's gotten, like, you know, throughout the last couple arcs, Sanji has improved more and more. From his low point, which was Fishman Island. So, like, Sanji was, like, borderline a bad character in Fishman Island, and kind of time skip / like pre-time skip around there. He was, like, getting to be, like, not a very entertaining character for me. But, like, despite the fact that I still loved his design and voice actor and powers and you know, like, not powers, but his abilities and like a lot of the stuff about him, it's just, he was just getting too much and like and he wasn't doing anything interesting. But then since then, basically from like the end of Fishman, where he like unlocks Airwalk, I think basically from then on it's been a steady improvement. And then now it's back to the point where I think Sanji's a badass and amazing character now. But I'm still wondering if there's gonna be heavy Sanji gag here. You know, like it could be like he's, and then they say something like, I don't know, he ran off with a crew of women or whatever, you know. Or like, what if they said like he was captured, and it's like he was captured by, I doubt this is the case, because I think we would have seen signs of it, and I don't think it makes sense, but it's a fun theory to throw out there just right now. What if it was like he was captured by Marines, and the reason he was captured by Marines is because Jack... Okay, hold on. Let me just wrap my head around, because we need to go earlier in the episode now for me to be able to see how this works. Because they were talking about Jack in this episode, and they said... What did they say? You told me the name of the guy who attacked this country before. I saw his obituary in the newspaper a few days ago. It said after he overran this country, he attacked 4 Navy ships that were transporting Doflamingo, and sank 2 of them, but they struck back. So this guy, Jack, attacked the Navy ships that were transporting Doflamingo. Now, who was with those Navy ships? Suru. Suru was among them. I don't know if her crew was there or not. I know she was there. I don't know if her crew was there. But doesn't matter. Let's say they were. And Suru was there, her crew were there. Jack attacked them. Jack actually got away. And Suru gave chase while the ship continued to take Doflamingo. Suru took her crew and went after Jack. And then Jack fled back to this island for safety. And Suru, in chasing them back, you know, came to this island as well. And that's when Sanji was there and saw a ship full of marine women. Like maybe, or, you know, they parked. What do you call parking? Docked. There you go. What do you call parking with ships? They docked. And then the women, like, you know, got out, and maybe they were out of uniform, or maybe they were even in uniform. It might not matter. And Sanji, like, got lured in by them or fell for some of their charms or whatever. And then they were like, well, this is Sanji. We know him from the posters now. Let's arrest him on the spot. And then they arrested him. And then that's where Sanji is right now. So the Sanji is you know, currently in Marine custody, has been taken away. But I don't think that's true. I don't actually believe that theory in the slightest. So you don't have to disprove it. You don't have to tell me why it can't be true. I don't believe it in the slightest. But it's a fun idea, right? It's like fan fiction. I just wrote some fan fiction right there. And I was piecing together little things that they did in the episode to do it. But I think actually what happened is she thinks Sanji's dead. I don't know how, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. So yeah, Jack. So is Jack this person here? Is this Jack? He sort of has like his head looks like a train. So I wonder. I mean, I imagine that means that Jack's gonna be alive, and Jack. I feel like that sounds like they're setting up for this is gonna be the main villain of this arc, Jack. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this. But I also just like these episodes that there's just kind of fun setup and fun lore being dropped here, and we're learning about the place. Like, I liked, there's the rain eruptions where the water comes down twice a day, and I was saying, holy shit, water comes down twice a day and it floods everywhere? This place fucking sucks. Like, why would you go onto this elephant's back, and look around and go, I think we should settle here and try to build a city here. It's like an incredibly dangerous place to live. Like, this is a terrible place to build a city. And yet, they talked about how they built water filtration systems so that they could have clean water, drinking water all the time, and twice a day, food rains down from the sky. And they just get like, I mean, it would suck to have seafood as every meal, but it's food, you know, you gotta live. Like, they're getting food every day. And I mean, maybe you get a lot of different types of fish, and so like as the elephant's traveling through the oceans, your meal is changing. You're getting like a nice variety, so it's like kind of exciting. It's like, oh, what's gonna be on the menu today? Oh, look, it's a blowfish. Like, that's kind of cool. It would suck if you hated seafood. Like, I'm not a big seafood fan. Really, the only seafood that I like is calamari rings. But other than that, you know, like sometimes just like regular squid. But like even that, like, it kind of has to be calamari rings, I think. Like battered calamari rings. That's the only way that I can have seafood, I think. A lot of other seafood I don't think tastes good and also makes me sick. But so like I couldn't live on Zoe, but it's kind of really awesome. And I'm sure I'd get used to it. I'd find that I think I just would have to spend like a few weeks getting used to eating a lot of fish, and I would settle in. But yeah, I just think that's like a really cool detail. Oda's really good at coming up with these like crazy ideas for a city and then going, okay, but how can I also make this like really interesting and like develop it nicely? And this is like a really interesting development. Okay, you live on the back of an elephant. It's a really interesting development. I thought I could make that joke work. I couldn't really. You live on the back of an elephant. The elephant sprays water to clean itself every 12 hours or whatever. And then, so like, what can you do about that? And then Oda designs things based on that. It's really cool. I love it. Okay, I think we're gonna move on to the next episode. This is episode 756 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's, but hold until the intro is finished. Alright, begin! Oh my gosh, that was such a short I should have been doing it during the intro. I was doing this pretty quickly. This episode's called Our Second Death Ever. Sanji dies. Oh, that's a cat. I was like, what the fuck is that? Those eyes. Yeah, man, that's what happens when you fall. Man, he mistreats his drawings. He's melting away. You better jump down onto the sunny. Oh, God. Oh my god. Oh dear. Pretty horrifying. This creature's poor existence. Only brought into the world to work. It's like Severance. Oh, there were boobs on half that screen. I think they were Robin's boobs? Monkey wine. Cool. They're so friendly. Unless they're trying to spike him, but I doubt it. They are very much like animals, like they're entitled but loving. Entitled with their love. That's what animals tend to be. Mink ship. I need some mink ship. Oh, I think it was Nami's boobs before that we were looking at. It was just purple material. I thought it was Robin. Aww. Damn. Oh. So minks are only animals with fur. Whoa, hang on. What happened with the Sanji thing? Oh.
Huh?
Brooke. Everyone's in too good a mood for Sanji to be dead. Hmm? Oh, Luffy won't be able to keep a secret. He'll yell it out. He's a bit caught up. Okay, don't use Wano. This is good good advice. What? Uh-oh. Oh shit. They're dogs, so they just want him because he's bones. And they love bones. The corpse of your friend? Wait. It was Brooke! Of course! That makes so much sense! That makes so much sense. Yeah, it's because he's bones. Even she can't hold back. Poor Brooke! He still feels pain, we know this. Tell me more about it! He left a note. Okay. He's not dead. He's not even kidnapped. He shook. I love Nami's outfit here. Was. Yep. Yep. Pecoms. We've got these games before, but I'm gonna write them down again. And Baron Tamago. And Tamago means egg. So he's basically Baron Egg. Wait, is this the Supernova? Yeah. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Capone. Damn. They're just running around. Oh my god, the Sanji face in the background. Well, we know he got with them to Zoe at least, because we saw him on Zoe. Oh shit! Come on, Brooke, beat the Zoro. Sick. Very cool. Rumble Ball! Monster Point! Jesus! I guess it's Big Mom's ship. You gotta go all out. Oh my god. Oh my god! Using his body! Oh my god! Now he jumps into the air. Oh, it's so cool. I love Sanji's air walking. It's so dope. Nice. It's just such a cool plan. Damn, man. We're fucking dope. Wow. What a plan. And saved Caesar. Yes, Nami! Are you sailing away? Oh no. You're creating... Oh, maybe... I don't know. Okay, no, maybe you're just gonna strike them with lightning like you always do. I thought maybe you would, like, give the ship a speed boost. Uh-huh. Oh, you're creating a fog to hide you? That's so great. This is fucking dope. And then she can navigate away from them. Hell yeah. That's an awesome scene. Aww. Oh, they helped out. Damn. So who's Duke? Oh. I love this woman. So cute. Can we have her or Carrot on our crew, please? Oh, this is great. He's teaching other doctors. I like that squirrel woman. The other one. Oh. Okay. Duke Dogstorm. Master Cat Viper. Nice. Really great episode. I loved that episode a lot. That was so much fun. This is a cool place to be in. The characters are good so far. And that, like, flashback, that, you know, sequence of we got to see how the Straw Hats got away from Big Mom's ship was so cool, because we got to see how they did it without Luffy, without Zoro, without Usopp, without Robin. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone? And Frankie. So, like, that's a pretty significant group of people to be missing. I mean, generally Zoro and Luffy would be doing, like, a lot to be, you know, to be able to take down a big ship like that. And then on top of that, you know, Frankie's beam and stuff, like, those things help out a lot. You know, like, Nico Robin often does, like, some weird little clutch gimmick that turns things around for them. Like, they were without some huge players, but we got to see how they worked together and did, like, a fucking dope move. I really, really like it. It was just so cool to see how well they worked together, and how, you know, like, they fought back against Big Mom's ship, and it didn't make me think, like, oh, Big Mom's ship wasn't actually that strong. It made me think, wow, we're fucking badass. Like, when we put our minds to it, we're dope. So, I really loved that. I loved that scene. And it's a good way to, like, kick off our war with Big Mom. Which I imagine is going to come to a head soon, because it feels like it's leading more and more up to that, to the point where, like, I feel like that's coming next. I feel like that's the next arc is our stuff with Big Mom. But yeah, so really, really cool. So Sanji, I don't think they fully still answered the question of what was going on with him, but they said he left a note. So he left of his own volition, it sounded like, and he left a note for them. But they don't seem that worried. That's the thing. Like, when this episode started and we were having, like, a party with the Mink tribe and stuff, I was like, okay, so it's nothing too serious. Like, Nami is just worried about Sanji, I imagine. And so, like, that's why she was crying, but it's not like something really horrible happened to Sanji. It's like we don't know what's happening with Sanji, and that's what she's sad about, I think. So he left a note and he's gone to do something, but I don't believe they've told us what he's gone to do. So I guess we'll have to find out soon enough. But yeah, the Straw Hats aren't worried. I'm not worried. Sanji will be... In fact, Sanji, when he's on his own, kind of comes in clutch. Like, if you think about times where Sanji's kind of been left to do his own things, it's like that's kind of when we've had Sanji be the coolest ever. Like when he talked to Crocodile and like faked, you know, like pretended the Straw Hats all died, leaving Crocodile with wrong information for a while. Or when he did the Mr. Prince thing to lure Crocodile out or whatever and stop and like be able to help the Straw Hats. Or when he was on the train and he like moved his way through the train and was like just taking so many motherfuckers out on the train. Or when he was like going 1v1 versus Eneru or whatever and like fucked with the ship. Like when Sanji is alone, he's one of the most badass Straw Hats. Like he's one of the coolest Straw Hats who when he's just alone by far. I think there's so many other Straw Hats will like thrive when they're with someone else, but Sanji is like absolute best when he's completely alone, I think. Which is so like him being away from everyone. I think also a big part of it is he doesn't have distractions. Like he's fighting for the ideas and the things that he likes, you know, like he's fighting for the idea of Nami and the idea of Robin and stuff, but he doesn't have them in front of him to distract him. You know what I mean? Like him thinking about like, well, I'm doing this and I'm gonna do it for Nami and Robin. Like him thinking that is going to spur him on, but then the second he's next to them, it's like he's also going to be, his mind is going to be split to also like, but I have to defend them right here and now and like stop any danger from coming to them, and also, wow, look how hot they are and look at Nami's boobs right now, and like he'll just be doing all of that stuff, you know. So yeah, him being separated from the Straw Hats is honestly a good thing. We've buffed Sanji. So I didn't think about this before, and I don't know if they said this explicitly before, but so minks are only animal people with fur. I believe that is the case. They did say that the fur on their bodies was like a point of pride or something along those lines. But I didn't think about the fact that that means all of them have fur. But if I'm looking through at the different animals, then yeah, I believe that's the case. One of them is a pig, I think. Do pigs have fur? It's hard to tell. But I think they're all supposed to have fur. Because they said, the reason I'm saying that is because they said in this episode, like, we don't eat animals with fur. So I assume the reason for that is like we don't eat animals that resemble minks. Because that's where it gets a little kind of fucked up. Like if I'm a rabbit mink and I look down and there's a rabbit on the menu, I'm gonna start going, I feel a bit uncomfortable with this party. So yeah, they eat a bunch of animals that don't have fur. Very cool. Yeah, so I really liked the talk with Brook in this episode as well, where he like came in and he was like, hey, everyone, can we talk for a second quietly? And then he said like, don't mention Wano anywhere, which is interesting, and we don't know exactly why yet, but yeah, it seems like Wano and Samurai and all of that is very bad to mention. So it's actually currently good that Kinemon can't make it up here, but at the same time, he's going to make it up here eventually, and then it's probably going to get real chaotic. It's probably going to be bad news. Man, I didn't even think about the, in the previous episode, or in one of the previous episodes, she said, like, go over there, and the corpse of your friend is there waiting for you. And I was like, what? Like, Jesus, what could that mean? And I was speculating, like, maybe corpse in Japanese, like, there's gonna be, like, a pun. And she didn't actually say corpse. She said, you know, something else that, like, she said, you know, the I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, a funny example. It doesn't have to sound like corpse in English. But, you know, the naked body of your friend is there as something she might have said or something. And then, like, they go over there and they see it's like Nami having a bath or something, you know, something along those lines. But yeah, no, they we like saw that that she was wearing Nami's, and Nami's friends with them, so she probably just gave them the bikini, gave Wanda the bikini. I imagine that's what happened. So that makes a lot more sense if it's straight up just like, oh no, these are friends of ours, and so here, like, you need some clothes, here, try this on. Or she's like, I don't want to wear this bikini anymore, you know, like she's like, I change outfits every arc, like I'm not gonna go back to this one, so you just take it. But yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. But I didn't even think about the fact that it could have been Brook, because he's a corpse all the time. It makes so much sense. It's one of those things that, like, I feel like if I figured it out instantly, it would have been like a kind of annoying moment of them going like, oh my god, it's like, oh, someone's dead over there, and I would have been like, yeah, I get it, it's Brook, keep moving, you know. But I didn't even think of it. It's so good, so clever and funny. It's just, and it makes sense why Wanda says that so casually as well. Like, she's saying it in such a way that it's like you should be excited to go meet them. Like, hey, you want to go find your friends? Good, the corpse is over there. Like, she says it so casually because she's like, well, yeah, you guys only have one friend who's a corpse, so obviously you're gonna know what I mean. But they're just so panicked and also worried that Wanda's gonna eat them that they're like, holy shit, they're talking about they killed one of our friends. Anything else that I want to talk about? No, I've got stuff written down, but I don't think any of it is stuff I need to talk about. So let's move on to the next episode and the final episode we're doing in this video. This is episode 757 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, so recap Rubik's. I'm gonna actually do the recap Rubik's now during this first intro. But I have to stop doing this cube as soon as the recap starts. And then I'll move to the next cube when the recap starts. So I'm trying to complete this cube within this one intro. This is one of the hardest challenges I've done. I didn't complete it. That's how far I got. Very close. Alright, I'm trying the second cube. I'm probably not going to do this method every time, but I wanted to try it once. Okay, I got to around the same place on the second cube as I did the first cube. Damn. This episode's gonna be called Meeting with the Leaders. The Dukes reveal themselves. It's my squad! Give Beppo a hug. Oh, Beppo gives you a hug. I'm glad about that. That's so cute. And he's mink shipping, right? Is mink ship when they rub against you? Oh, he's so happy to see his crew. Look at him. Sanatorium. What a word. Yeah, Luffy got distracted by something. Be careful, you don't know what's going on with this place. Oh, okay. He didn't do anything wrong. Kurao City. Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. It's cool that the extras get to be a bit more creative in this arc. In this BoJack Horseman ass world. Aww. Cute. Less cute. Aw, it is cute. It's an awesome city. I like it. Mm-hmm. Oh, the raiding bell. Is the raiding bell sound very clearly different than the visitor's bell? And this is how the gate got destroyed. And there's the monkey. What's even hitting it? Is it something invisible? Oh no. Looks like it's visible. They just weren't drawing it for a while. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it probably hasn't happened in a long time. There's the footprint they found. People shouldn't be standing in the streets. Zunisha. Damn. Do we know the name of Zunisha? They're not showing us any of these character designs. Oh, now they are. Showing us the character designs of the scrubs at least. Oh, here we go. Reveal. Oh, the trunk. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay. A mammoth. Raizo, okay. That we saw that guy with the goggles with the when the Straw Hats got here, right? This guy. Kaido's right-hand man. This is Jack, okay. So does Jack have a mammoth fruit? Sheep's head. I'll have to go back and look at what those subtitles say exactly. Oh, listen to this smart old man. Is that true? This guy's being very reasonable, and they don't want to hear it. Jeez, man. So is this why people don't like Wano being brought up? Because right now it's still a fresh wound. Jinrami, we did hear that name before. So yeah, we saw her before. Oh yeah, Raizo. We did hear about Raizo before, the ninja. Jesus, man, these guys fucking suck. But, you know, some cool designs. Both Sheephead and Jinrami are cool designs. Oh, Nami. Hello. Makes sense they're like animal themed Kaido subordinates. Because he's like king of the beasts, right? Pleasures? What does that mean? I mean, I know what pleasure means. I feel it often. Oh. Are pleasures the name of the crew? Oh shit! Oh shit! You're being beat up by a kid, loser! They can use that zappy power that Luffy's immune to. Hell yeah. Is that his mother jumping in? Hell yeah. Lift the car off that baby. Oh! Hell yeah. Probably not going to end well for these two. Okay, so it's great. Like, seems like most minks are able to defend themselves with this power. Probably won't work super great against the big dogs, but that's great. I like that. Cool. Such a small thing, but I like that there's basically an even amount of men and women in the random people squad. Yeah, I mean, they're asking for very reasonable things. Hey, we want to help you find this person. Talk to us. And they're just fucking losers. Gifters. Okay, so gifters are like a step up from pleasures. So is this like in Baroque works how there's like millions and billions or whatever? And here they have pleasures and gifters. Or maybe gifters were like gifted their powers, you know? Given the devil fruits that need it. I don't know. He's still thinking about the mammoth. Even Robin's scared. Luffy, come on. These poor people. You don't often see Robin get mad at someone like that, but she was even mad at Luffy. Yeah, last time people asked about someone from Wano. Luffy, don't bring up Wano now. Don't do it. Oh. I mean, I think that's actually important information to say. Might upset her, but we'll see. Another great episode. This has been so good. These episodes have been really great. I'm getting a lot of lore. I'm really enjoying the characters. The villains that they're setting up seem, you know, punchable but entertaining and good designs and stuff. It's like sometimes I think it's tough to ride the line of like you got to have a character that you want to defeat and that you dislike in terms of villains, but also that you don't dislike so much you actually don't want them to be on screen. I've talked about this a lot before, but characters like Absalom and Wanze, Wapo are characters that I dislike and also don't want to be on the screen. Like I don't enjoy hating them, I just dislike them. But then, you know, there's characters like Doflamingo, and these characters like Sheep's Head and even Jack, from what I've seen, that I dislike them, but I dislike them and I feel like it's part of the experience, but I like disliking them. It's kind of fun, and they're kind of, there's something cool about them as well. So it's like the other day, okay, here's an example using a sports analogy, which, you know, hey, if there's one thing that has a huge subsection, it's anime fans and sports fans. I'm joking, but there is actually a decent amount of subsection there, especially like Dragon Ball Z fans. I feel like they have a cross section with sports a lot of the time. But anyway, I'm a fan of the Golden State Warriors in the NBA, and right now we're having a bit of a shocker of a season. The other day there was a game between the Lakers and the Warriors, which, if you don't know, Los Angeles Lakers are the team that LeBron James is on. I'm sure you know LeBron James from Space Jam 2. And my team has Stephen Curry on it. Anyway, we're playing the game, and it wasn't really going well for us. Let's just say that. But every time we would get any sort of momentum, LeBron James would do something incredible or badass. Like there's one point where he just like stepped past half court and he just threw up a shot like from the logo, like really close to half court. Just threw up a shot, just casually. There was no reason to do it. The clock wasn't running down. They didn't need it for any reason. Like he just decided to do it, and it went in, and he just turned around, looked in the audience, and just went like that. And like it was, he's an antagonist, he's a villain. Like I didn't want him to win. I didn't like that he got those 3 points, and it really destroyed our morale. but it was fucking cool. Like, I watched it and I just laughed. I was like, holy fuck. That I can't help but respect that. Like, I hate it. And like in this game, like I actually like LeBron out of the game, but you know, when you're facing him, it's like obviously you have to hate him for the game. But I was watching, I was like, fuck, I hate that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I love villains like that. Whereas, like, there's players that I actually don't like. People like Kyrie Irving, I actually don't like. And so when he does well in a game, I'm like, why does he have to do well now? Because, like, it just makes me frustrated. Like, I just don't enjoy watching that. Because I don't like him as a person, and I don't like that he's being rewarded, you know, in the game. So you know, that's kind of what I mean in this, is like, when there's a character like Absalom, which I know I keep bringing him up in this fucking arc, I'm sorry, I need to get over it, but when there's a character like him, he just always is a good example for what I'm using. Like, I don't want to see him do anything. I just don't want him on the screen. But characters like this, so far, it's like, I hate them, they're bad people, they're frustrating, they're doing bad things, but like, there's like stuff that I like about them, at least. So I enjoy watching them, because I want us to go and fight them and take them down and humble them. So yeah, like, I'm looking forward to these villains in this arc. Now let me go back and read the I want to read the text on screen when they showed up. Jack the Drought, a prominent member of the Beast Pirates, the captain of the Mammoth. Okay, I thought maybe that would show, like, it would say like a devil fruit that he had or something, but I guess not. Sheep's Head, the headliner of the Gifters, the Beast Pirates. Okay, all right. So not much to talk about there, really. But yeah, I wonder if the Mammoth is like, that's a Zoan fruit, and he's currently like in Mammoth form. I don't know. Got no idea. But it's cool. It's cool nonetheless. I'm looking at my notes right now. I feel like we just kind of got a decent amount of answers in this episode, but I don't have that many more questions. I think I'm actually good. Yeah, I think I'm happy to end this video, because I just have a bunch of answers written down. Anyway, that is One Piece episode 757. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. You can go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Yeah, that's it. I will see you next time. Goodbye.